How does this feel, man? We've been talking about that number, 92 million. How much is that in Swedish krona?
It's a lot of money in whatever currency you're looking at, I think. But no, it feels obviously super, super special for me. And I mean, my family, everything has been, I mean, Toronto's been home from day one and didn't want to go anywhere. And I mean, this is where I want to win.
Willie, how much was this a part of your daily routine dealing with the contract stuff? Did you just tell the agent, I don't want to hear about this until it's done, or was there a bunch of phone calls? How much of it was a part of your life, or you didn't deal with it at all?
I mean, I just told them they could call me when they thought something. I mean, that they thought they needed to tell me something, but otherwise, don't bother me if it wasn't anything big. So I was just playing hockey.
And Willie, when you start the season, obviously you kind of laid it out there for everybody. I just want to play. I don't want to talk contract every day. Were you able to just kind of hunker down and just focus on your game and the season, and it didn't really affect the way that you approached it on a daily basis? Yeah,
I mean, I was able to just focus on hockey this year. I mean, I think last year for a little bit there, I had a little slump for 10 games, 15 games where I was thinking about the contract and, hoping that something would get done in the summer. But that wasn't the case this year.
So why would that be different for you then, Willie? Why was last year it on your mind and this year it wasn't?
Because I think I was able to, went through that process and learn how to deal with it.
Well, I mean, you look at your numbers, we've been saying all season, really, but you're on pace for 47 goals and 120 points. Only Doug Gilmour has ever had more. I mean, you're on pace to almost rewrite a record book here with a team that's been around for over 100 years. Putting the contract aside, just talking about the way you're playing, what has clicked? Last year you had an unbelievable season. This year you brought it to a new level. What is it that you think has allowed you to click at this rate and put up this kind of number?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I said, I think building off of from last year, and then, went through that, I don't know what I had, the 10, 15 game slump where, I think I've just been playing the way I was last year, and this year has just been, going the same way.
How influential has your father been through this whole process? Obviously, you grew up at the rinks. I played against you. Oh, and I played against your dad. I played against your dad for a lifetime. It felt like, the process. Your dad has been through the process. Was he a guy that you could lean on through every different situation?
Yeah, but I don't think that he ever signed a longer deal than 4 years. I don't know how much I went on him for that, but no, he was amazing through the process. I mean, obviously, he was supportive along with my entire family. But like I said, there wasn't so much talk, unless when it was needed to talk about the contract. Other than that, it was just normal life conversations.
With William Nylander. So, obviously, the finances are a big part of it. No trade, no move, bonus structure, all that kind of stuff. Then that's why you have an agent, and your agent will call you up, like you said, if there's something big to talk about. But in terms of your interactions with Brad Treliving and Brendan Shanahan, how much of the focus for the future is about winning a Stanley Cup? How much of it was, tell me what the plan is and how we find a way to get a cup to Toronto?
Well, I mean, that's the reason why I wanted to stay here, is because this is where I believe we're going in the right direction to win, and I mean, this is where I want to win. So, and I think that they have shown. I mean, me and other players that this is what they want to do and what their goal is, and I mean, we're going to build towards that and get there.
Well, with 8 more years to go, I mean, that's a lifetime, yet you're into year 8, I believe, as a Leaf. I mean, it's pretty wild how quickly it goes. I remember we had you around the table at the rookie tournament in London. That would have been 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah, and now...
Oh, yeah. No, it's crazy, yeah. I mean, going from playing with the Marlies in the AHL and, I mean, hopefully finishing, a long career in Toronto would be something very special.
Well, and obviously, we'll see how it all plays out, and we know your focus and the team's focus will be on a cup, but on an individual level, you're already 14th all-time in points. and you're 503 points back of Matt's. Obviously, Matthews is pursuing that. Marner's pursuing that. But, like, do you allow yourself to envision that, Willie? Like 8 years down the road, I know it's a long time, but you end up playing 16 years here. You're probably going to rewrite the record books here. You're talking jersey retirements, all that kind of stuff. Like, how enticing is that to you?
No, obviously that was I mean, a little bit of a conversation when there were 8 years and what the team was looking at and what I was looking at, and so that's something that, I mean, is obviously special if it happens. But I mean, that would be I feel like the most important would be to win.
How cool was it, the Sweden trip? Was that a big pivotal part for you, for this season? And then second part of the question, how did you end up? Was that a game show where you were wearing like a muscle shirt on it? And like I don't know how did that all come about?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously Sweden was super special for me and my family, and I think all the Swedes that were there was lots of fun. But yeah, that was just a talk show that I ended up doing there in Sweden, which was a fun time.
Yeah,
Willie, I know you talked about coming back from Sweden, and you mentioned it was coming home to Toronto. And a lot of your teammates and staff, they say that you're built for Toronto. Why do you think that is? Is it because you just go to the rink and do your thing, and you don't care what people say? You don't look into it. Why are you built for Toronto?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's just me. I think I mean, a lot of guys, leaders on our team are built to play. I mean that the work that those guys put in, and lead the way every day. It's just a great example for I think what we need to do here to win.
Do you put any more pressure on yourself now that you're a grizzled vet here? You've been here for a long time. Now you're getting paid what you're getting paid. You got the term coming up. Like, in terms of leadership, we're not in the room. Obviously, we assume you've got a big leadership role there. But does the contract and knowing you're here long term, will that change your approach at all, day to day, behind the scenes?
Nothing changes for me. Just keep doing what I'm doing and keep getting better, and obviously helping the team and everybody play to the best of their ability. That's what the focus is every day.
So how are we feeling about this year's team? Again, year 8 for you. You guys just had a really business-like trip out in Cali. You get all 6 points. You're in a playoff spot. In terms of where the team is at today and what you guys are trying to achieve between now and the end of the season, how are you feeling about the process?
Yeah, I mean, every season looks different, and I think that, every year we've had our stints through the season where we're going through stuff and improving our game and building for the playoffs. I think that's what our focus has to be on now, is to get better every day. And for when the playoffs come around, that's when we are in top shape. Well,
Willie, we should ask you before we get you out of here, because I'll mention the Swedish trip. Noodles did too. Did you get the boys to IKEA over there, or what happened on that front?
Well, that would have been something they have to visit themselves. I was not going to take them there.
Okay, because we were curious. There was.
Do you know why the guy was asking you about it? Like, why would that guy want to know if you're taking them to IKEA?
Why?
Yeah, we don't know. We played the clip a million times.
Who asked you that?
There was a reporter over there, right? He's like, "Did you get the guys to IKEA?" And
I can't even remember. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We played it a lot. It was a great clip. Yeah, it was pretty good. But because we were curious too, we're like, why would William bring his team to IKEA? Like, there's IKEA over here.
No. I didn't even. I completely forgot that they asked me that. I had no clue about that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It happened. It'll be played again on this show in the future. You can bank on it. It was a great clip. But congrats on the deal, Willie.